all this banter between the state and the federal agencies is very distressing when you're talking about irreversible lead in the water. But Mr. Governor Snyder, you appointed your own task force. It appears not to have minced any words. It's a task force that, to your credit, you appointed in December 2015, and it says that the state of Michigan bears, and here I'm quoting their words, primary responsibility, end quote, for the water crisis in Flint. Do you accept this conclusion from your own task force, the people you, I take it, appointed?
Hey, Congresswoman, I appreciate you referencing that group. Actually, I appointed them in October within 2 weeks of learning of this crisis, because I believe we need it outside.
I have to give you credit, because this task force seems to have operated very independently, and here I'm quoting them again. We believe the primary responsibility for what happened in Flint rests with the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality. Although many individuals and entities at state and local levels contributed to creating and prolonging the problem, the MDEQ is the government agency that has responsibility to ensure safe drinking water in Michigan. It failed that responsibility, end quote.
And I accepted the report, and I took immediate action.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to make clear, and to your credit, you ought to want to spread this on the record, because this task force, and here is what is really interesting to hear them say, and here I'm quoting them, found that there was aggressive dismissal, belittlement, and attempts to discredit those efforts and the individuals involved. Do you agree with this finding of your own task force?
I do. And those things never should have happened, and those folks are no longer with us.
This quote seems to indicate that there was an attempt to discredit the work of others who apparently ultimately proved to be right. And again, I'm giving you credit for this task force, but I think the task force shows that the state has accepted the responsibility. It seems to me, Governor, that your administration has already taken responsibility for what happened, and that your own task force takes that responsibility. It seems to me here today, each and every response should be to echo your own task force, that the responsibility lay with the state of Michigan. The state knew what to do in time, and it did not do what it knew had to be done. And I